Hey guys, welcome to Offshoot Comics Off Topic. We're your hosts, Kirby Kid
and Black Superman,
also known as David Clark
and Walter Bryant,
and we are still alive.
Okay, so these people who we will never ever name again. They came after us. They failed.
They didn't respond. Win
We're
by
still
default. The best kind of win. So we are now 100% strike free. This is our first video back on Offshoot Comics. We're here forever to the next horrible crisis.
No, to be fair, okay, we had the 3 strikes. 2 of them we didn't deserve.
One we did,
yeah, and so for that one that we deserved, thank you guys for not hating on us.
Thank you for just letting it go. But anyways, if you notice, there's some new stuff going on around here. We're just trying some new things out in the new year, trying to see what you guys like. So if ever we hit like a format that you're like, yes, that, let us know, because we're just basically throwing stuff out there. So to this side, I believe, you'll see different tabs with different things that we're talking about. Assuming we don't go horribly off topic, you should be able to click those and get right to that topic when we start talking about it.
And for today, we're going to try to not go horribly off topic.
We're going to try.
Even though it's the name of the show.
Yeah. So we're going to try. So obviously we're talking about that awesome Power Rangers fan-made thing that happened today. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, dude. Like, I went onto my Facebook and I follow like comicbook.com, comicbookmovie.com, and then Screen Junkies and Film something or other. Like, so, you know, I try to keep up with things for you guys so that you don't have to go look all this crap up and read it. We do it for you and then we tell you about it. Well, the Power Rangers thing popped up on my feed, so I watched it. Oh my God. Now, if Saban just did that with a movie, which they won't, but if they did that, just put that down as the movie. Just say, oh, you know what? We're just going to expand this thing.
Right.
You know, that would be the most awesome Power Rangers movie you've ever seen.
But it was sad, though, because, like, the thing I was thinking about at the end of the movie, I was sitting there looking at the blank screen as the credits rolled, and I was like, it's not morphing time. Because this is sad. The Rangers should be together. There are no traitors in the Rangers except for Tommy, but he's so amazing he can afford to betray them and then come back.
A couple of times, actually.
A couple of times. Well, because he's better than they are. They don't have any choice. But it was really sad seeing them all just scattered. I mean, like, Zach was a drug addict. Why the black guy gotta be a drug addict? You know, he got killed.
But he had women, though.
He did have women.
Yeah,
and he beat up some Koreans. And he could speak Korean. So there's that.
Mm-hmm.
That was a pretty cool scene. The Blue Ranger, I think they hinted at that he was gay and then also super rich. And then was he mass producing the Power Ranger weapons?
I don't know, but like everybody
it was like a laser blade or something. I'm like, you shouldn't. That sounds like a bad idea. But anyways, then like he got killed in his office. He was rich apparently, so that's a good way to go out. Trini got killed just
doing nothing
off screen.
Yeah.
Kimberly got killed.
You know about Trini though, right? She's actually
I know. That was. Don't bring it up.
That was homage. And real quick, I was in love with Trini. I was. I mean, like, I know everybody else was into Kimberly. Dude, I had a thing for Trini. It was like I had a thing for Kimberly too. Let's not get that twisted.
I didn't even really notice Trini. I had a crush on Kimberly. Like I was like 5 or 6 when that first started airing, and I remember my parents took me to like a Power Rangers thing where she was there, and I couldn't talk to her. Apparently, I was just like, I was like,
she's hot. Dude, right? She's still hot.
Yeah, I mean, so. That was sad. She's dead. The Red Ranger died. They brought up her going back and forth between the White Ranger and the Red Ranger. That was,
yeah, but she married the Red Ranger.
Yeah,
sort of.
And then died. He died right after. Well, yeah, he died right after. But then it wasn't really her.
Yeah, but it wasn't really her.
Yeah,
it was Rita.
Which was like okay, look, if you don't watch it, then like I don't know why this is of interest to you. But Rita kills the Rangers, and I was like, first of all, that's incorrect.
Oh, make sure that at the bottom of the screen here we get the spoiler alert.
No, if you're watching this, you should know by now. Like, I didn't get that. The dude who was interrogating the Pink Ranger, I didn't know if he was like another Red Ranger or another Ranger for something else.
He was Dawson.
I don't. Who was that?
Dawson from Dawson's Creek.
Okay, I don't.
It's
not Power Rangers relevant.
Show,
I know what it is. I just didn't watch it.
Neither did I. I just happened to know what it is. So.
I didn't know what Ranger he was. But it was depressing. They lost to the
robots. Did they ever
robots.
actually say his name?
I think she did. But I couldn't understand.
Yeah, I kept trying to catch his name, and I don't think if they did say it, I never got it.
And then like Zach was the only one who still had his uniform, which I guess like
and it was ripped.
Which look, the uniforms appear when they do morphing time. So first of all, you should all still have it, and they should repair. That's how it works. Just because the world has a gray filter over it doesn't mean your suit doesn't get all whatever. It was
and then also.
Weird.
Like, I don't understand the whole dodging bullets thing, and then he takes one right in the head and bounces back, kills the guy. I mean, like...
It's probably out of habit.
Yeah,
so that you don't get used to being invincible, so that when something that can kill you comes along, you don't just get killed by it.
You mean like Rita shooting you in the back of the head? Okay, like...
She was disguised as... it was...
Zach kind of went out like a punk. I mean... He lived his life like a boss, but then in the end, he's like standing in the mirror, and like I guess he sees her standing there, and he goes, "Okay, do it."
But he gave them to the machines, wherever they are, whatever they do. I don't know. But and then like at the end, like my only real gripe with it, like, cause like as a short, it was actually really well done.
Yeah, it was.
Like,
it was.
Just because it didn't do what I wanted to do doesn't mean it wasn't good. But the only problem I had was at the end, Rita asked Tommy any last words. And he just goes, Rita, and swings at the screen. He should have went, it's morphing time. Because then that would have just brought it all home. Because that'd be like, look, we were all scattered for a while, but the Power Rangers still live, and I'm the last one. But no.
Yeah, and then like the screen should have lit up green or white.
That'd be cool.
And then the credits should have rolled. And then yeah.
And then they could have got Real Tommy to come in and do that? Oh, because he still does.
And see, so look, until they showed this guy, I really was actually expecting Real Tommy to show up. I really was. I was like,
he showed up in that death battle thing.
Yeah.
And I was like, come on, just get him. He does that. So, but other than that, like, the effects were really well done. The fights were pretty cool. And I would see that movie. I mean, I would be sad as my childhood is killed in front of me, but I would see that movie.
But see, Real Tommy would be in that movie, though.
He would, and then he would also save them and then bring back the other Rangers.
Because they're actually working on a Power Rangers movie, and Real Tommy's actually going to be in that Power Rangers movie.
Speaking of the Real Power Rangers movie, now everyone loves this video. However, it's been running into some legal issues with Saban. Not Lionsgate. Saban and Lionsgate are doing the movie together next year. Lionsgate is stepping back from this. They're like, the fans love this. Saban, being a Japanese company, and we all know how they are, they have decided to start taking the video down. There's been hints of legal action. The guys who made it have been tweeting against Saban all day, saying like the world is looking at what you're doing right now. Be very mindful of that, So I don't know how it's gonna end up, but he's not making money off it. He doesn't want. It's not a pitch. He's not trying to kickstart it. He said it's for free.
It's just a really cool thing.
It'd be like if he drew a picture of Superman and then handed it to me. That's not illegal. You can't stop that. There's no profit to be made. That's just a fan thing.
Or, if someone made, like, I don't know, a really epic CGI battle between Superman and the Hulk, but wasn't making any money off of it. I'm just, just putting that out there. I mean, American companies know to do things like, hey, fans like this.
They pick their battles.
Let's just leave it there.
Right. It's like, pick your battles. I mean, think about it. Like, this is bringing awareness to Power Rangers, Like, and plus, no one thinks this guy owns Power Rangers.
And realistically speaking, a new set of Power Rangers came on, I think, at the beginning of this month. I totally didn't know it. I accidentally ran across it a couple of days ago. There are new Power Rangers right now.
Didn't know that.
I saw the toys in Target. Had no idea there were new Power Rangers. This guy's movie made me remember that there were Power Rangers.
Yeah. So, that's just what's going on with the Power Rangers. I don't know if the movie's going to be good. Well, actually, let me take that back. I know it's going to suck.
Well, Power Rangers, that first movie actually was pretty good. It was cheesy,
but it was perfect.
But it was pretty good.
Like that was the first time.
The uniforms were cool,
right? That was the first time I ever heard the line "Have a next trip, see you next fall." And as a kid, thought that was brilliant. I was like, "What? Oh my god!" And the Pink Ranger did it, and I was like, "This is amazing." And then
you just were into the Pink Ranger.
Well, there's that too. But then the Inglezor thing, when it came to did the Wing Zero Buster motion, like, oh, I still have that toy. It still works, by the way. Actually, I still have all the White Ranger Zords. I don't know where the regular Zords are, but I have all the White Ranger ones. But that movie was amazing, dude. You don't even know. But this one,
I do know.
This one,
I was an adult, though.
This one, they're going to fail though, because every movie that is an adaptation of something that we love sucks now.
Yeah, because Power Rangers Turbo, not a good movie. Just saying.
Well, that was the one with the cars, right?
Yeah.
Was that the one where the blue one, like the SUV, was driving on water? And I was just like, no.
No, yeah, that. But then also, it was like, I thought it was going to be epic because like when they merged at first, they like this big metal robot looking thing, and it was tight. I mean, it was like that Zord was cool,
right.
And then it got struck by lightning, and it became the little plastic thing that you see on TV. You remember that, right? It's like, and then next thing you know, it's the guy in the rubber suit with the little hands. I was like, are you joking? did I pay $6 for this?
That. Yeah, because they had to do the fight. Yeah,
yeah.
And of course, it was the fight scenes where it's just like, yeah. Okay, I remember that now. It was a lot more rosy colored in my memories.
Yeah, Power Rangers 2, not a good movie.
It was still Morphin Time though. It was still happy. But I would like for them to take sort of this tone, except have the Rangers together,
and not getting shot in the head.
Yeah, that avoid that. That is bad.
Okay, speaking of Power Rangers getting shot in the head, why has nobody killed Tony Stark? I'm just saying.
Because he has plot protection.
He's Iron Man, but he's walking down the street in his uniform.
Thick. The plot is strong with this one.
He's walking down the street in a white suit. Somebody should just pop him in the head. It's over.
Well, I know in the comics he's got a metal under his skin, so that might be.
Yeah, but not in the movies though. In the movies, Whiplash attacks him while he's in a race car, right?
He's rich, and no one can attack rich people. Right. By the way, Iron Man 2 was not that bad.
It wasn't that bad, but it wasn't that good either.
Yeah, but like there were some cool lines in there, like the blood in the water line from Whiplash. Make Whiplash a way cooler character than he deserved to be.
Yeah, he was also the main villain. And he got beaten like 2 seconds at the end of the movie.
Look, I mean,
like literally,
he's Whiplash.
I mean, he was better without the armor than he was when he got armor.
He's Whiplash. What did we expect?
I expected him to not get beaten in 2 seconds in his armor.
He's Whiplash, though, going against Iron Man and War Machine. That was never going to be a fight.
Like the Guardian rope armors were actually better than Whiplash,
which is why he made them. He's a smart man. He knew his shortcomings.
Anyway, we just went horribly off topic.
Yeah.
Okay, so back to
speaking shortcomings, Aquaman.
That was wrong, and it was a low blow, and he's not been bad since the 80s.
He's been bad since they came up with him.
Aquaman is awesome, and he's way better than Namor. He is. I mean, because he's got all the powers of Namor, plus he can talk to fish, he can make water weapons.
Don't say talk to fish. That's not a plus.
Well, now.
It's not a plus.
Now he can make water weapons.
Did you see Throne of Atlantis?
Yeah.
Talking to a lobster? Really, bro?
But see, the lobster wasn't talking back. He couldn't hear him then. Mm-hmm. He got his powers once he touched the trident.
So basically, we don't know if he's actually still talking to him because he might just be talking to himself, and they just may be like,
he really was actually just talking to himself.
Should we just do something because he's talking to us? I don't know what he's saying. Okay, let's just eat this guy. You know, but so Aquaman's first costume with what's his name, Mimosa, drink. What's his name, Momoa? I don't know his name.
Jason Momoa.
That dude, yes, him. As Aquaman, and I knew this was going to happen because Zack Snyder only has 3 colors: black, white, and gray, and then shades of those 3. Everything is dark and depressing in those shades in this world. There was no green, there was no orange. His hair was not blonde; it's super long. He has tattoos for no reason.
Okay,
wait, real quick before I have further rage. Is this Aquaman as the king, or is this Aquaman becoming the king?
This looks like Aquaman as the king, and then he'll become the king, like in his own movie, because he gets his own movie like right after.
But then he's already been in as king though. Is this a whole flashback movie? I guess.
Probably.
Okay. Also, why is her tattoos? He's never had tattoos before. There's no reason for them. He's not some islander. He's the king of Atlantis.
Because Jason Momoa has tattoos, and they were like, instead of covering all that up,
CGI the whole movie.
Yeah, we'll just incorporate those.
Are those his actual tattoos?
Yeah, some of them are.
Oh, okay. Well, then that makes sense. Then, so then, all right, I forgive you on the tattoos because you picked a bad actor who had tattoos.
No, they picked a good actor.
Oh no. I mean, bad as in having all that issue going on.
And then, as far as his uniform goes, he actually in the comic books has worn this uniform.
Yeah, that's not what we know him as. Now, as a character in the movie as itself, it looks pretty cool. It's just not what I wanted, not what should happen.
But he's worn this. But he's worn this in the comic books.
I know.
I mean, and actually on the Justice League TV show, the Justice League Unlimited, he wore a similar uniform to that.
Yeah, but
when he first showed up, and then he cut his hand off.
But it's like
got the spear thing, which that should happen.
No, it shouldn't. That's gross. It's like when you think Superman, you think red, blue. And then what, like a little bit of yellow in there or something?
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah. So you think of that.
I also think of red underwear, but apparently that's just a me thing.
You think of red, white, and blue. Batman,
In a
black,
bikini.
gray, and a little bit of yellow. Aquaman, green and orange. It's a horrible color scheme, but that's what he picked.
We don't know that there's not green and orange there. We have no idea what colors
he doesn't have colors. I think he's colorblind.
We don't actually know.
This.
His pants may actually be like a dark green, and this may be like an orange armor. We have no idea.
I guarantee you, those pants are not orange or green. But if they end up being that way, it's because they're recoloring them right now because they've heard the criticism.
Now, you know what's going to happen. He's going to be walking around Atlantis like when he gets his own movie, and like the orange and green uniform is going to be like his bedclothes or something.
Or maybe they'll give him that when they form the league as saying, look, you got to wear something more. If you're going to be a symbol to people, you need to be something less scary.
Which I can see. Yeah.
Someone thought that the government thought of this.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Now you look like a clownfish. But
right?
Yeah.
But it's like, hey, that guy has underwear on, so you know. But I mean, you wouldn't tell him that because he's Kryptonian. But anyways, though, so I'm not hyped about it because Zack Snyder, his images of the world are bleak and depressing. He tries to 300 everything. You can't 300 everything. He 300 Superman.
You kind of have to 300.
Man of Steel, sir.
Yeah,
the Justice League is a symbol of hope and shyness and happiness in a bleak world. But it's just now a whole complete bleak world.
You kind of have to 300 Aquaman because you kind of have to 300 Aquaman because he's basically King Arthur underwater.
Yeah,
I mean, so you kind of have to. But like, okay, Superman, Man of Steel, that was
Batman definitely.
Yeah, you
but not Superman.
You almost have to Sin City Batman.
But I don't like the color scheme, and then because you know that's what's going to be like Wonder Woman. I doubt she's ever gonna get her uniform.
Oh, by the way, I want to give a shout out to the guy who died a few days ago and put his obituary. Uppercut by Batman was how he died.
Really?
Yeah, as a comic book fan, that in his obituary in the newspaper, uppercut from Batman was how he died.
That's awesome.
I don't know what your name was, dude. But if your family is watching, big props.
I hope DC doesn't sue them.
Nah,
because you heard about what DC did about that kid's gravestone, right?
Yeah, but then when they got all the hate, they were like, what?
We're gonna donate this because we look bad.
Hey, Japanese companies, learn from that.
Yeah, I'm just saying. We're not bitter though. We're not bitter. I did turn down buying Xenoverse today though. I was like, oh look. That guy with the big spiky hair.
Hey, you know the Black and White Bear site that we normally look at?
Oh yeah.
I haven't opened it.
Neither have I.
In a while.
Nothing on there.
Like basically since that day.
I'm waiting for Titan to come on it though.
I don't even do that anymore. Damn. I'm waiting for season 2 to come back.
Right.
And when season 2 comes back, then I'll get Titan hype again.
Right.
But for right now, I'm just like
it's kinda,
like Japanese stuff has just soured for me.
I know it's rough. It's a rough time.
Hey, Saban.
But the point is though, Aquaman looks kind of lame because he's not green and orange.
Actually, he looks epic. You just don't like the way that he looks.
No, I just don't like Aquaman. Okay, I just don't like Aquaman. I'm tired of hiding it. I don't care who knows. I don't like Aquaman.
But Aquaman is so powerful though.
He is now.
He's always been powerful.
After they gave him magic.
Okay, okay. Here's the problem for most people who know anything about Aquaman. Yeah, Super Friends. Super Friends turned Aquaman, who's actually a really, really strong character, into the guy who can't do anything if there's no water.
It's like,
and then everybody's got that image of him stuck in their head.
Like your daughter was like, remember? She's like, but he can't do anything out of water. And I'm like, exactly.
But it's so not true.
There's so many better alternatives on land than him.
Like Justice League Unlimited. The first time Aquaman shows up, he comes walking up out of the ocean. A car hits him, and he looks at it and goes, and then keeps walking. And the car is just sitting there with a big hole in it. And I'm like, that's the way Aquaman's supposed to be.
But like the way he acts is like, I know
he's a d-bag.
He's a d-bag. But I know it's just in Throne of Atlantis. His shift from human to Atlantean is way too complete. Like, bro, you were raised for 25 years as human. You've been down there for 6 months. Perspective.
Actually, in Throne of Atlantis, it was more like a day and a half.
Okay, yeah. So
that's even worse. He got down there. His mom was dead. Right. His brother
tried to kill him. Bro, you just met them. Like, come on. And first of all,
and they accepted him way too fast.
Why did he start making out with that chick when they've only seen each other for like 3 hours? That didn't make.
Well, he's the king, so.
Well, I mean, you would have to.
It's good to be king.
Yeah, but like she was totally down with it, and I'm like, this seems forced.
He's the king.
Okay, he's the king, but still, but she's a woman though.
Yeah, and he's the king.
Oh, that's right, women are okay. Yeah,
yeah.
Okay, all right, yeah.
Not all women. Not all women.
Just that one.
But even ladies.
If you're raised in the kingdom, I guess you're like that's the king. That's goal. But yeah, that was weird though to me. That was just, but like he always seems like he's more Atlantean than human, and it's like don't forget what half of you are. Like, cause like I had that problem with New Superman. He's more Kryptonian than Kansasian.
Yeah, even though like he was raised in
Kansas. Raised completely and you were never at Krypton at this point. But he's all like, oh, I'm not one of them. Yes, shut up. Yes, you are. Your body is just different.
Pretty much, yeah.
I mean,
but then he acts that way the entire movie, and then when the general comes up, he's like, "Dude, I was raised in Kansas."
Yeah, no, you don't get to use the Kansas card when it suits you. You're either all Kansas or all Krypton. But I don't know. I don't know how to feel about Aquaman, because like this Aquaman looks cool, and I might like it, which is what I'm afraid of. I don't want to like Aquaman.
Aquaman is awesome.
But okay, outside of Aquaman though, Zack Snyder though, dude. Okay, the colors thing.
Yeah, Zach, really.
He uses the one frame for all of his movies.
Zach, really, dude. We'd like to see these things in color.
Wonder Woman, why is she like unless that's what she's wearing on the island? Like it's like maybe in the end credits they'll show her on the island or whatever, and then when she gets to America she'll change. Unless that happens, I'm disappointed with the Wonder Woman outfit too.
But see, that's what I think is actually going to happen. I think that like she's going to show up in that costume and then be like, well, if these people are going to actually accept me, maybe I should wear a color scheme that they will accept.
Which will still look gray because it's in a Zack Snyder movie. Cyborg
300. But 300 had colors.
It had gray, white, black, and then various versions of tan.
And red.
No, that was just a darker tan.
It had a lot. There's a lot of sepia in his stuff, though. I mean, dude, seriously, you got to get some colors.
Because I looked at a screenshot from Man of Steel the other day, and I'm like, I don't get any hope from this.
But he did lighten up Superman's outfit. Like,
okay, that was lighting.
He made it lighter and brighter. He did.
Like it looks like Zack Snyder's perfect movie would just be a black screen with like sounds in the background, like, oh my god, boom, boom, boom,
and then every time Superman used his powers, they would light up. Yeah, you can't use that though. We already took that.
Right, but yeah, the colors, dude. But other than that, I guess Aquaman looks alright.
Okay, but I do have one more problem, and it has nothing to do with the way it looks or Aquaman's powers, which are, by the way, epic. Thank you, Peter David. My problem is Zach, dude. You finished filming this movie like 3 months ago. Stop with the slow rollout of crap.
He's afraid.
He's
afraid of Ultron.
Just show me the rest of the league.
He's afraid. Just show it to me. He's trying to ride this out until the Ultron thing is over, and then he'll start doing stuff.
I don't agree with that. I don't think they're afraid of Ultron, but
really, I don't. They were on the same day, and they pushed it back because
Captain America was on the same day.
Next year,
yeah.
Then, but I thought.
But then, like,
League was coming out this year.
But Justice League moved.
League was originally coming out this year, wasn't it?
No, it was always coming out next year.
That's stupid though, because it's been done for like forever.
Yeah, exactly.
That's dumb.
Yeah, but it's dumb. But because I mean, really, honestly, like you could release it now, or release it later in the year. I mean, you still don't have to go up against Ultron if that's what you're worried about.
You know, what'd be awesome is if the day before Ultron came out, Warner Brothers announced that they were gonna do an online release of the League movie, like the day before, and just take all the attention or something. I mean, because like honestly, nerds are gonna still see both, but I mean, for the lay people, like, oh my god, League is out, but even though they don't know who they are. But now, one of my problems with Dawn of Justice or Justice Rise, whatever
Batman
Dawn
v Superman,
whatever Dawn combination of the words Dawn, Rising, and Justice they have, because Dawn and Rising are used way too much now. like the Dawn of the Rise of the Planet of the Apes, whatever. I
Actually, it was both of them. It was
I
Dawn of and Rise of, and
I don't know how they're going to fit these many people in the movie meaningfully, unless
they're not.
Unless it's just Batman and Superman, and then at the end, Batman's like, I have an idea, and then happens to just call people he already has on speed dial.
Like, from what I've read so far, is basically Batman and Superman mostly, Wonder Woman a little bit, and then cameos by everybody else.
Okay, first of all, that's stupid. What is Wonder Woman going to be cameoing? Is she going to be in the fight?
No, she's not cameoing. She's in the movie.
Is she going to be there to fight, or what?
It appears that way.
And what are they fighting?
Oh, actually, I know the answer to that. Doomsday and...
Oh, right. Zod's body
possibly
got made...
Brainiac.
I heard that Zod's body got made into Doomsday, which is... Okay, that's...
So.
Okay.
Like, I don't know how Batman helps against Doomsday, but I mean that's a whole other thing altogether.
Ask yourself this: like, how does Batman help against X? Ask yourself this: is Batman in that sentence at all? If yes, then he wins. That's math. That's just how math works.
Yeah.
So yeah, Aquaman.
Aquaman is awesome.
He's all right. I'd like to see him in.
Like, for all you people out there who are screaming, I'd like a Namor movie, remember Aquaman beat Namor in a fight.
Well, look, that's whatever. But I would not like a Namor movie because it would be boring. It would just be like 2 hours of him being rude, punching people, and going, Imperious Rex! And people are like, what are you saying? That's not even a thing. You just made that up right now.
Oh, and by the way, the little wings on your ankles are stupid.
They're stupid looking. They're really dumb.
How does a fish guy have wings on his ankles?
Because he's a mutant too. He's a mutant fish.
No.
He's a weird mutant fish that no one likes.
Not even his people.
I didn't know he had people. Like, I know he's the king, but like I've never seen his people. Like, what are you king of? You're just the dude who's like flying around being a jerk to everyone.
He's like, I'm the king of Atlantis, and then he gets there and Aquaman sitting there like, nuh-uh.
That would be a cool crossover though. Be like, you were saying, I have the trident, I have magic, I apparently have tattoos everywhere, so clearly I'm cooler than you are. But yeah, so Aquaman. Now, still in DC, and also, I get a lot better because I don't trust Aquaman. Gotham.
Dude, okay. So, I watched this episode of Gotham this morning, and I actually watched it twice. I didn't have a choice because, like, I saw it, and the whole Red Hood thing was okay,
yeah,
and then it got the fish. And I didn't watch the whole thing over again. I just had to watch Fish over again because I couldn't believe that I actually saw what I saw.
Yeah, I thought she was going to try and kill one of them. If you haven't watched it, pause this, go watch it, come back. That's on time. Okay, so she gouges her own eyes out
with a spoon
so that they can't get. And see, I thought when she was willing to let the other people die. And then she pretended, and then she was sad. I thought she was just putting on a show to get out. She seems like she's a hardcore believer.
These are my people now.
Yeah,
like
this is the foundation of her gang when she gets out.
And dude, I was like, oh my god! But it was a spoon, bro. Not a knife, not a fork. She took a spoon and then jabbed it in her eye,
stepped on her own eye, and then she passed out. Was like. I'm like, dang, you were tough. She was mean mugging him as she was passing out.
I was like, oh, she had the nerve to mad dog him as she was falling.
So now you know what's gonna happen, right? When she comes back to the city, she's gonna be wearing like a dress with one of those like fur things with the eye patch, smoking like one of those long cigars, and be like, "What's up, homies? I'm still alive." She should be dead so many times by now.
Dude, Fish is a boss. Fish that I like. Jada Pinkett, I love you in this role. I've seen you in other roles before, and I liked you. In a different world, I wanted to be with you, but that's a whole other thing altogether. But as Fish Mooney, she's freaking boss.
Yeah, she's really good. I don't see how her husband's going to match up to her because they're going to be in the same universe, except one's going to be horrible.
To the point where, you know what? I don't actually like the Penguin as much now that she's not there.
I know.
He was much better. Yeah, when he was up against her, he was a great character. Like right now, he's boring.
Because they're not focusing on him.
Yeah,
and for some reason, now Mulroney, he's the big boss. Why is he not like Penguin all of a sudden?
Because he's not useful. He's not useful to him anymore.
Right, because he needed him to get rid of Fish, and now Fish is gone.
Yeah.
So then Penguin's going to have to do something to become his own man now.
Which he's going to, because we all know what happens to the Penguin eventually.
Right, yeah.
He becomes like the boss of bosses. So, I mean, it's not like...
right.
It's not like he doesn't eventually take over his gang, but...
Which is why, like, I know, like, whenever, like I thought Fish was going to be killed, because I know she's not a character in the comics, but I knew, like, Penguin's going to be fine. Like, he's going to make it out. Mm-hmm. Like, he might get horribly beaten up, but he'll be fine.
Well, maybe and maybe not. Because one thing's for sure. Okay, this little guy, this dude who's playing the Penguin is kind of skinny. Mm-hmm. So we don't actually know that this Penguin makes it. We know that his name makes it.
Right.
We know Oswald Cobblepot, the name makes it.
Might be someone else who takes it on his name.
Yeah, but we don't know that that's him.
I think it's going to be him, because he looks a whole lot like Penguin.
He looks like the Joker, but he's too short.
He's not the Joker.
And he's not scary.
We have seen the Joker. They have shown us the Joker.
That kid's not the Joker.
He had the laugh down to the point where it scared the crap out of me.
That kid's not the Joker.
That kid is the Joker.
That kid's not the Joker.
He's the Joker.
All right, well, honestly, at the beginning of the episode, when the Red Hood, that first guy, stood up there with that red hood and he was making jokes, while I was like, oh, there's Joker right there.
No,
and then he got killed. Like immediately.
The kid is the right age to be the Joker when Bruce becomes Batman.
Actually, they've retconned the Joker, and anybody could be the Joker now.
No.
Have you heard the new retcon on the Joker?
But I mean, in order to be running around like that, he needs to be younger.
Oh, have you heard the new retcon on the Joker?
Don't tell me his powers. I don't want to hear it.
Have you heard the new retcon?
Oh my God! Go ahead, tell me, what is it?
Okay, for anyone who hasn't read the new Batman
stuff,
flip
this table if he has powers.
Okay, it turns out that the chemicals that the Joker fell into,
hands on the table,
turned out to be Lazarus Pit chemicals.
Oh, he's immortal, probably, right?
Yeah. So the reason why Batman keeps like dropping him off buildings and stuff, the Joker keeps popping back up. Oh. He's actually killing him. The Joker just keeps coming back.
That destroys both Batman's character and Joker. Oh my God, I hate DC right now. Jeff Johns, what are you doing?
So the Joker is immortal, but the only reason, the chemicals only kick in when he's in danger.
Okay, so then he heals when he's in danger.
Yeah, so like if something is about to kill him, the Lazarus Pit
he doesn't
chemicals
perceive danger though.
Like his body does. It just
because the information comes through here, and if it comes from here to here, and it goes to crazy town in here, how is the rest of us going to know how to act?
No. It's more like it goes from here to here, it goes to crazy town, and then his brains get splattered, and his heart starts beating, and his body goes, oh wait, no.
No, but okay,
and then he's back, and then the Joker's back.
Why were there Lazarus materials just in there? Pretty sure Ra's al Ghul has a really hardcore patent on those.
Ra's al Ghul probably had them there,
but no,
because I think if I'm not mistaken, Ra's al Ghul is going to be the one who tells the Joker this.
I'm gonna tell myself that they're only doing this because they know they're getting ready to reboot the whole thing and go back to the way it's supposed to be. Because I want real Joker to come over and just laugh the crap out of this new Joker and just stab him in the face.
Well, his face is actually on Batman's mask right now.
What?
Yeah.
What? No. Wait. He took his face off, put it on Batman. What, is Batman unconscious or something?
Yeah, like he has Batman tied to a chair, and he's got his face draped across Batman's cowl.
He's so creepy.
which is the point. He's the Joker. But I mean, yeah,
that kid's Joker though.
That kid may be Joker.
That kid is the Joker, dude.
That kid may be Joker, but
that laugh, dude. They hired him for that laugh. They're not gonna let that money go to waste. That kid is the Joker.
But how he's like sitting there and he's crying, and then suddenly he starts laughing. He's like, yeah, my mom was a hooker, and
right,
you know.
If the Joker in Suicide Squad, if that dude doesn't pan out, by the time they get to the movie after that, this kid might be old enough to, or like big enough to do it.
Yeah, but the TV and the whatever.
No, dude. At that point, they'll be like, "Look, just you're a movie star now. Get over here."
Okay, look. Okay, I was forced to watch the Academy Awards because my wife and my parents and stuff were watching the Academy Awards. Jared Leto, get a haircut. Just saying.
I don't know what that is.
The guy playing the Joker.
I ain't seen him yet.
He's got like a full beard and his hair is hanging down to here, and he was wearing like a powder blue tuxedo with skinny pants on.
What he should have been wearing was like a purple tuxedo with like a green tie.
I'm just saying, look, DC, make this guy cut his hair.
I'm sure they will. I'm sure they will by the time the movie.
You should put a picture of his face up there. Don't.
I'm not. He will strike us. But I forgot what we were talking about because I just the Joker thing.
It was Fish.
No, I know we're talking about Fish
yeah.
but the Joker just makes me unhappy about all of this now because he shouldn't. Okay, he's immortal. Basically, he's immortal now.
Yeah, he's immortal.
Okay, at least Fish Mooney is pretty cool. We started seeing more insight into how Batman learns to fight like Batman. Like Alfred's friend said, if I'm bigger than, or if your enemy's bigger, then use what's around you, which is what Batman does. And, Alfred's like, stop it. I'm like, no, Alfred, let him continue. This is how he becomes Batman.
Yeah, but then he turns out to be this punk who just stabs Alfred in the chest.
He was still a good guy because he was like, he's just a kid, leave him alone. And they're like, dude, you're totally evil. We paid you money and you killed the dude, so like, why do you care? But he still had a heart somewhere in there.
Yeah, like we all know that he's going to end up protecting Bruce like in 2 episodes when they actually send the hit out for him.
Right.
Yeah, it's going to be that dude.
Or he'll put Bruce in a spot where Bruce is going to have to kill the older guy to protect Alfred, and be like, you needed to learn how to do this or whatever, or something. And that's how Batman's going to learn how to channel both the Alfred in him and then this dude, which makes Batman.
Yeah, but I'll tell you what, it still makes me uncomfortable to see this kid cry. Because he's Batman. Batman's not supposed to be crying. Like, by now,
Batman's also 11. So
his parents have died. He's fallen down a hole. He's not supposed to be crying anymore.
He's 11.
Like, no. I don't care. Bruce, it may be 11, but he's still Batboy. By this point now, he's supposed to be macking on Selena Kyle. Like Selena Kyle
tried.
He tried. Yeah. He didn't get that right. But
he was trying to have some game though. At 11 years old, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah, and then like no more crying.
And he showed off on the guys at Gotham at Wayne Enterprises.
He really did.
He's like, oh, so Bruce, how are you doing? Real quick, back to business. Business crap. They're like, oh my God, how's he doing all this stuff? This is weird. Like, we should kill this kid.
Which is why they're trying to murder him now. Yeah.
But
and Alfred did tell him that was going to happen.
Yeah, but don't worry, Batman wins. It's because he's Batman.
Yeah, like they end up shooting Bruce in the head, and they'd be like, "Oh, sorry, that was my bad. This show's no longer about Batman."
Or like they shoot him, and then he falls, but then it turns out that the lead in that bullet was made in the Lazarus Pit factory, and then he gets Lazarus powers, and he comes back because why not? So the endless struggle between him and the Joker, constantly fighting each other, but no one can kill each other because now we all got Lazarus powers. And that's the way DC ends.
Oh, well,
that's not what you're talking.
We was talking about Fish Money, but okay. So like, just some random DC crap. The Supergirl show is getting ready to start filming. They're casting. They just cast a 5'11" to 6'2" Caucasian guy with muscles and a square jaw to be the body double for Superman, because Superman, well, at least in the first season, he may not actually be part of the show, but they're going to do things like show him doing things on the news and stuff like that to give her something
but
to
not
aspire
actually
to.
be there because Superman is a jerk and abandons his own family.
No.
Good and well, he was horrible to the Super family.
He was not.
Superboy, I'm your clone and I need help, but my mind's
that was on
up.
That show.
Okay, bye.
That
Batman was like, hold on, dude. I know I'm not the best father, but real quick, this kid is jacked up. And he's like, look, Bruce, I'm gonna eat this pie you bought me, but then I'm a jet though, because I'm Superman and you really can't stop me.
And that was a jacked up thing to do. But he did that in the show. In the comic books, the first time he saw Superboy, he's like, oh, so you're a clone of me, huh? Good for you. You saw not Public Enemies, the one where
there's Supergirl in it.
Yeah, and actually, like Superman spent the entire movie basically chasing Supergirl around.
Right. Yeah. That one was.
Yeah,
by the way, dude, the little outfit she had at Darkseid, I was like, that's what's up. You should.
That should be her outfit on the show.
That should be her outfit on the show
with an S on it. Just because
or without the S. I mean, I wasn't even thinking about that. That wasn't even.
No. It's got to have the S.
By the way,
Supergirl.
Speaking of women, Gotham, Barbara, her character is useless now. She shows up and I'm like, you're bothering and wasting my time. Her purpose she had in the last episode was that she probably started Ivy's fascination with Green. That's about it.
Yeah, and then got told off by Catwoman.
Yeah.
Oh, that was bad, dude.
She's like, hey, how'd it work out for you? Boom! She was like, oh my god, my life sucks. She's still hot though.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah.
But see, okay, here's my problem. You're going to start off by saying, okay, Jim, I'm going to go jump into the middle of some of your business. And then something happens, it goes horribly wrong for you. You leave, go cheat, come back, find him with another woman, and now you upset.
After months, by the way, of not contacting him he
was leaving messages. He was calling her.
After months of that, so for all he knows, you're dead. You come back, and now you're there to be upset. And then you're telling this little girl your look can be a weapon. First of all, that's why she's a villain. Right there. That was the moment she became evil. So good job.
Oh, but have you noticed that Catwoman actually looks like a cat? I mean, like
does.
her face looks like a cat.
Yeah, she does. Now we always know that Barbara always ends up leaving or dying or something because she's a useless character. I wonder if she's going to end up. I mean, because she seems like it seems like they're just building her up to be there long enough to have
get pregnant.
Yeah, get pregnant, have Batgirl, and then be out. Because I don't. She's first of all, she's a very vain, weak character.
Yeah.
You know,
she is.
Like, Jim, let me into your world. Gets into his world. Oh my god, it's how horrible. That's why I didn't tell you. like you told me to tell you. I was like, no, it's a bad idea. Then you didn't force your way in, and now you see it's a bad idea, and somehow I'm the bad guy.
Oh wait, no. Then she got kidnapped. And then he's the bad guy.
Oh, and then she probably did she blame him for being kidnapped?
Yeah, well, no, she didn't blame him for being kidnapped.
Right.
But then she kept calling him and was like, "I need to talk to you." And he's like, "Well, I'm a cop, and I'm busy,
right?
Saving people's lives. I can't talk to you about a problem that you gave yourself.
Right?
I'll be home in a little while."
Now the new chick, she's like, "I'm down to go find a bloody axe with you. Like, let's go." And then she's totally calm about it. And I guess she got kidnapped. She'd probably be like, whatever.
And she wants to fool around at work.
Right? That's what's up. Like, this is an upgrade. Right.
Yeah, he actually
basically everyone in Gotham is sleeping with each other. Literally everyone, if they're anyone, they all slept with each other at some point.
Except for Bullock, who's in love with Fish.
Right, which is weird.
Yeah, because you wonder, like, how that even happened. Because it doesn't look...
I had 8th grade science class. I know how it happened. I'm pretty confident on how it happened. But
when a man has the special feelings for a woman,
I'm trying to just get this whole point over. But no, Gotham is good.
It is.
Gotham
good.
It is super Law and Order, which is funny because the dude who plays Jim's partner is also on Law and Order,
and another person from Law and Order is on the Flash.
Yeah, so it basically DC.
It's like crossover Law and Order,
right? Which is like for a Law and Order and a comic book fan, it's like, oh my god, this is amazing.
And then Steve Amell wants Arrow to cross over with Gotham. It's not going to happen.
Impossible. Well, actually,
it's not impossible.
No, now with time travel, now it's literally all possible.
Yeah, like it's not impossible.
That'd be kind of cool though. Like if they go back to save Bruce, and
then that gives Bruce the idea to become Batman.
Right? He's like, why'd you save me? They're like, because you're Batman, and he go and then Bruce being Batman, even then would go, I know. And then he would send them back in his time machine that he just built out of nothing, because he's Batman, and Batman is always Batman.
Like, I'm just waiting for the episode where Bruce Wayne is like, he kills somebody who's trying to kidnap him or something, and they go, "How did a 12-year-old do that?" He's like, "Cause I'm Bruce Wayne."
Right? Under his breath, "Cause I'm Batman." but yeah. I mean, I think that he's going to get the idea for a mask from the Red Hood thing, because everyone's attributing all the power to the mask. Mm-hmm. I think he's going to look at that and like start, the wheels are going to start turning in his head.
Yeah, and then
now next week is the season finale, right?
No.
Or is this it?
No. There's another episode coming next week, but I don't think it's the season finale.
Okay, because I know like all the other shows are starting to
like season finale for I think Sleepy Hollow was like this week,
which is pretty good.
Yeah, Sleepy Hollow is a good show.
Did you watch it?
No, I haven't seen it, but
oh god, it was. Oh my
god. I've only got like 2 hours a day that I can make for TV. Mm-hmm. So Sleepy Hollow falls usually on the weekend.
Right. Well, if you get a chance, it's pretty good.
All right.
My favorite character. one of the hot girls is gone. But other than that, it's good.
I knew somebody died because I was
Yeah.
watching the whole previews thing, and they're like,
kinda
"This is gonna
sad.
lose this person."
I was like, "No, you were attractive."
But because that's all that matters.
Exactly. But yeah, Gotham's good. Gotham's good. Flash is on break this week because they hate us.
Flash is on break until the 17th, actually.
Yeah, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.'s coming back next week. Yay!
I've seen one episode this whole season.
Agent Carter finished tonight. I actually just watched that before I came out here. It was whatevs. Basically, the whole show was just setting up the Black Widow program. That's it. I think Sky and the other chick are gonna be Inhumans. I don't think because since they're gonna do a Miss Marvel movie, I think or Captain Marvel, I think they're just gonna make them Inhumans because the Kree also has something to do with.
They can be Inhumans,
Yeah.
but I mean, the Inhumans are actually just modified humans. So
Yeah, they're mutants. Let's just be honest, they're mutants.
they are. Yeah, they're mutants.
But it's a legal term. Isn't it sad that we live in a world where Inhumans is now a legal term? It's like no, they're not mutants. Inhumans.
Like, yeah, everybody has to come up with a different way to say mutant.
Right.
Like
we're
metahumans.
metahumans. No, you're a mutant. Is what you are.
And realistically speaking, the Hulk and Spider-Man are both actually, mutants.
No, the Hulk is the Hulk, sir. He is his own.
They're both
category.
mutants. They're mutants.
He's his own category.
Tony Stark is a mutant. You don't get brain power like that without being a mutant. It's just not. It doesn't happen.
Right.
He's a mutant.
So okay, now to end this week, we're gonna do a question because we're back to normal. So
On a normal channel.
Yeah, on a normal channel. Woo! By the way, stay subscribed to the other one because the things we know will get striked, we will put on the other channel. Okay, so for our question this week, who are the original members of the Justice League? Comic book.
The originals.
Original.
Not New 52.
No, doesn't count.
The original.
The first
Justice
time
League.
ever. Who was in it? So if you can figure it out, put it in the answer in the comments below. You have until our next video comes out to answer it. I should put like a video out right after this. like 10 seconds of us going. Yeah. No. But
you've been had.
So yeah, just go ahead and put the answer in here. Then we'll tally up the points next week. Now we know this weekend is Long Beach Comic Con. We will not be there as Offshoot Comics because we did. I mean, this is the honest reason. The first reason was we did not know it was this month until 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, so, when someone randomly said, "Are you guys gonna be there?" And we're like, "Beware!"
And we got our emails from them because we always have a section for Heroes Are Us there. They always invite us there, and we got those emails. But I thought it was just generic Long Beach Comic Con email spam that we get throughout the year, which is constant.
Yeah, because we get it in our personal emails also.
Right. Yeah. And so we didn't read it because we're used to it being in May and then sometime in the fall. So that was kind of our bad. But then also, we started we could have joined up last minute, but we looked at what we're doing for WonderCon. All the effort and time and money that's going to go into WonderCon, and we decided that it would be best just to stick to just one con for this next month and a half period. However, I will be at Long Beach Comic Con on Saturday in Artist Alley looking for a stuffed toy maker. So if any of you know of any, let me know.
And I will be at work because I gotta go to work.
That's what he does. But cause I know at least one of you, one of our subscribers said that they were looking for us will be looking for us at Long Beach Comic Con. We will not be there as of the offshoot. So if you see me walking around the floor, come say hi. I won't know you by your face, but I will know you by your username most likely if you comment often.
And if you don't, then comment now, and then we'll look for it later.
And if you don't do that, then just say, "Hey, I'm a subscriber," and I will go, "Awesome! Take a picture or a selfie or whatever." And then also tell me how to take a selfie because I don't do that. But yeah, so Long Beach Comic Con this weekend. I'm just going for one day. Just check out some of the local talent in Artist Alley.
Yeah, by that he means comic book talent, not women.
Don't limit me, sir. Do not. I did not put any bounds on that. But that's it for this week, guys. It's good to be back on Offshoot Comics. Woo!
We're feeling jovial right now.
Yeah. This is jovial. Jazz
hands.
That's it for this week, guys. Check out this art at the bottom is raised. That was blank space. I'm like, let me just put something there to look cool.
This isn't blank space. This is a guy. I mean,
no,
blank
I'm
space is down
pointing down that
right
direction.
there, and over here.
No, about you and shiny head, Walter.
Why's it got to be about my shiny head?
Because back when we had green screen, you know how hard that was? It'd be like an hour just like, oh my god, his head is so blending into the background.
All right, real quick. I was at Walmart, right, and I was standing in the camera section, and they have this screen up where you can see the entire area, and the camera's shining in the back of my head, and I looked up at it, and I went, I called the person over the counter, and I said, is the back of my head always that shiny? And he's like, yeah, every time I've ever seen you. I was like, why did someone tell me that?
I did! Every episode of All Topic, I told you that.
My head's really shiny.
It's super shiny. Anyways.